WBC Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Mairis Briedis. Undefeated WBO Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Oleksandr Usyk.
Keep this fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck, touch them up.
So here we go then, the first of a scheduled 12 3-minute rounds. Mairis Briedis, the home fighter from right here in Riga in Latvia. And he's being cheered on enthusiastically. Champion, world champion, European champion. Mairis Briedis, relative latecomer to the right jab. Good left jab from Briedis. But again, Usyk, absolutely incredible atmosphere. And Briedis really be inspired by that. That's those men looking to fight in the space of center ring. Good left jab once again, straight between the high-held hands, and a hard left hand straight from Briedis. And what an opening round we have here, just beyond the midpoint. Behind his gloves here, to begin this opening stanza in this unification cruiserweight bout, trimmed with red. He's just taken a stiff right jab from Oleksandr Usyk. Mairis Briedis, the nation's favorite fighting son, with just over a minute gone in this second round. Double left, right jab, left cross success for Usyk. Briedis comes back with a jab. Actually stepping on the left leg, on the left foot of Usyk. Usyk had just taken a stiff right hand, and there's a mark beneath his head in acknowledgement of the shot that he was just caught with. But Briedis producing an inspired performance against the man he has left what he called the beautiful nature of a Latvian winter to set up camp in Benvenuti. Briedis intent to get onto the front foot. Usyk letting success. Absolutely thrilling action. I hesitate to call it give and take because both men are working on their defense. Remained in his hometown of Kiev, but was away from his family in the isolation of a training camp. Good right hook around, and the bell hasn't been heard. The men continue to exchange punches. Finally, Kenny Bailey's...
Того мало. Понял, ты голову поднимай руку. Ты в живот голову и сразу смещайся. Uz atpakaļ, короче, kad viņš sāk tā sēdēt uz pieeja kājās un paliec lejā.
And the third round is underway. If that still can't produce a clear winner, then a countback system will be employed. And the countback system takes into these men called in young, hungry fighters to serve as their sparring partners as Usyk scores with the right hook around the corner. The heads came together there. But the countback system is to encourage the fighters to finish strong as Usyk scores with a terrific straight that they have the fight won. Terrific right-left in response from Usyk to go around the rear of the head of Usyk, who comes back with a left uppercut on the inside. This is absolutely terrific stuff. Usyk, such a skillful operator, and he has used skill to heart and desire, could well play a role in this. Who will have the capacity to turn it into? I was just mentioning that David Hay and Enzo Macronelli came together at the O2 Arena in a unification showdown back in March of 2008. Local time here in Riga in Latvia, and is being beamed to over 150 countries worldwide. It's been absolutely riveting so far. Good right hand to the body. Usyk tries to respond with a southpaw from Briedis. Usyk being forced backwards, but now plants his feet and tries to force Briedis back from the WBC champion. Usyk, perhaps mindful of the fact that Briedis enjoyed full volume for their man. Good right jab from Usyk. He's continuing to peer between high-held gloves. The biggest fight of his career to date. Vladimir Klitschko's in the house. Lomachenko's father has been involved in the training of both of them. He's a wonderful mover, terrific punch picker, covering up, trying to repel these attacks. He comes back with a left uppercut of his own, but it's single shots in response. Both these men have healthy stoppage ratios in their perfect ledgers. UK sparring partners, undefeated cruiserweight prospects Mikel Lawal. This is breathing through a slightly open mouth now. Usyk working behind a left jab, getting onto a right jab, getting onto the front foot. Briedis has been made to be uncomfortable. And Usyk is increasing the tempo, increasing his punch output to get that nose tended to. He's coming back behind straight punches now. Way out of the corner, back to the space of center ring. Usyk trying to bob and weave. Briedis onto the back foot more than we've seen him at any point, and he's certainly coming out second best in these exchanges for the majority of this fifth round. He spits a fleck of blood, and his head is buffeted by a two-shot salvo. The bell barely audible once again at the conclusion of what was a fantastic round, particularly for Oleksandr Usyk. The front foot. Mickey Nielsen, the cruiserweight contender out of Denmark, was one of his sparring partners for this unification bout. Sundays was the only day of rest as Usyk gets through with a good right jab. But Usyk working behind a right jab that is becoming incessant now, and then targeting the body. Fifth, Usyk still having success driving Briedis backwards, and he wrestles Usyk down to the canvas. Kenny Bayless immediately intimating that will not result in an official knockdown.
All right, here we go.
Partially blocked by the glove, but those two words, right hook, left hook success behind the gloves of Oleksandr Usyk. He's trying to get his own back as he's on the retreat. Left hand is a good shot from Usyk. Onto the front foot once again. Murat Gassiev prepares to take on the KO doctor, Yunier Dorticos of Cuba. Picking, poking straights, getting through the guard of Usyk. WBO title in Germany last year. Pursuit of his man, Briedis breathing through an open mouth. He takes a solid southpaw left there. Usyk combined record of all four men who will contest the World Boxing Super Series semi-final. Conceding that this is the biggest fight of his career as he lands with a good left hand which drives Briedis backwards. Briedis becoming a little bit disorganized once again. Briedis, how badly shaken up was he by that left-hand success enjoyed by Usyk? Into round 8 of what has been an absolutely fascinating fight to this point. Stages of round number 7, both men operating right on top of the logo at center ring. As to how he's feeling that I am feel, which some enterprising creative has taken. Usyk driving Briedis backwards once again. And the crowd here trying to encourage some instincts about them. Usyk bobbing and weaving, causing a lot of these shots to go over his shoulder. But that right uppercut caught him through the middle, looking down Briedis. And remember, for some judges, you've got 2 Americans, 2 Canadians and an American scoring this one to the front foot. Less of the circular movement that he usually employs to such terrific effect as though moving around the clock. Usyk shakes it off and steps right back into the pocket. Good right jab from and left hook around the corner. Said that he was aware of the responsibility that comes with being such a standard bearer for Latvian boxing. He did a terrific job staunching the flow of blood. Oh, cracking right uppercut in the defense of their opponent. Right uppercut off the ropes with a nice shot from Briedis. 30 seconds to go in the 9th round. And this round has been typical of what we've witnessed to this point. Success from Briedis, but Usyk proving impossible to discourage, continuing to work his way forwards through the roof here at the Riga Arena. But Usyk, impossible to discourage, steps right back into the fray and goes in pursuit of his man. Fantastic 3 minutes of boxing. So as we go into the 10th round, both boxers were up off their stools, ready for work, trying to bring the left hook into play. Just beginning to get a swelling beneath his left eye. He scores with the left hand just above. He's absolutely terrific, admirable in the way that they're able to continue to compete at such a high tempo. And the opponent that they still have plenty of energy, plenty of fighting spirit to contest this unification showdown that has been a role that he took part in with terrific pride. during that occupation, and he's been sent and tested. Good right hand to the body from Briedis. Both Usyk and Kenny Bayless, terrific action between two highly skilled operators here. Well, if this contest continues in this manner, as Usyk scores his crown, the tournament #1 seed, facing off against the tournament #3 seed, making the second defense of his WBC. Good left cross from Oleksandr Usyk, but Briedis demonstrating a firm set of wrist. Unless, of course, it is a draw on the scorecard, the draw will go onto the fighters' records, but somebody with 3 belts for the WBO became widely recognized. WBC's inaugural champ, they were the only sanctioning body to recognize the cruiserweight division. But at the conclusion, it was going south of the border with those shots, but he steps right back into the firing line, tucking up tightly. Watch here at the Riga Arena. Both boxers still full of fight. Their thought process is still deep into the penultimate round. And still, both men continue. Both boxers letting their hands go furiously. Neither really found a mark during that fusillade, but that left cross most certainly.
Внимательно, Briedis, не оставайся, он отвечает. Ты попадал, он отвечает. Тренировок потрогать, дай сразу. Roks augšā, kā saņem blokā atbildi. Viens ceļot, viens. 3 minutes, Chico, hey!
Identical numbers in terms of 12 rounders contested, so that we're heading for that juncture tonight. As Usyk looking for some quality in this final round, gets through with a good left or right jab. Briedis comes back with a right hand behind the left glove of Usyk. Usyk comes back with a fusillade of punches with a left. And both men letting it all hang out in the final round here, beyond the midpoint, as we go into the final minute. Good right hand from Briedis. And another shot from the right flank, pursuit of a place in the final of the Muhammad Ali Trophy, as Briedis lands a cracking right hand around the corner. Usyk with his back to, and still both men punching right up until the final bell. What a fantastic contest we have just witnessed.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Craig Metcalf scored this contest 114 even. Robin Taylor and Robert Tapper both scored this bout 115 to 113. For your winner by majority decision, he is the WBC and WBO Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Oleksandr Usyk.